game turned out how I thought it'd be, a really hard-nosed game. Illinois State is a good football team that's been playing really well as of late, and they're a very physical football team. We had some good things that happened, but they had some good things as well. So it was a hard-fought win, and so we're really pleased. We'll move on and get ready for our next opponent. At this time, any questions?
Coach, what can you tell us about Grant Olson's injury?
I know he's on crutches right now, and his knee's in a splint. Now, that's not good. So until we get some more, I think they'll probably do some further checking either tonight or tomorrow morning. But it looks fairly serious. But we'll find out.
What does Grant mean to that defense and to this team?
Well, he is a great leader, and he's a bright, perceptive guy, and is a very good player. And the thing that we do have, we've got a lot of good leadership on defense. I thought Carlton Littlejohn did a nice job coming in and taking his place there, and we shuffled some guys around, and Esley Thornton came in and did some nice things as well also.
Coach, after Grant went down and then Christian muffed that punt, you were worried that some things might snowball there?
Yeah, anytime the muff punt was pretty scary because at that time I thought we had stabilized some momentum, and thought our defense did a great job there coming in and then holding them to a field goal. So we had talked before the game that it was going to be really critical that we believe in one another and play with great poise and composure and keep trucking along, and that's what our guys have done.
What about Marcus Williams? What's his?
He's got a twisted knee, so we'll find out a little bit more on him too. He was in street clothes the second half, so he was not available. I think he tried to go but wasn't in position. So, Kim, I don't know which one it is. It's a knee. I knew that.
Craig, talk a little bit about the passing game, especially early with some big plays with Zach that kind of got you in that position early.
Well, we were down Ryan. Ryan was somewhat available but was not 100%, and so it taxed the other guys a little bit more. I thought the rhythm and tempo of Zach Bra and Brock has been excellent, and particularly early in the game, that really had a big impact. We were able to move, and we got on the board right away, and so we're really pleased that we were able to throw.
Did you have a chance to talk to Grant?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anything that message you sent?
Well, we'll just see what kind of information we get. Sanford Health does a great job. I'm sure they're going to be, very proactive, and we'll get an answer pretty doggone soon. We're in hopes to see what it is.
It didn't take him long to become a coach, did it? I mean, he's out there.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing. He's out there, and he's got a notepad and a pen, and, he's on crutches. And, my concern was he's pretty agile, but not maybe with crutches. He'd get rolled up and hurt his other knee.
Coach, I don't think we've seen that jump pass since the championship game. What was the decision to bring that one back up?
Well, it was a little bit different. Crockett did the last one, and so we'd practice it. We felt like it was something that would be a nice wrinkle. Coach Vegan has, been pretty good at, inserting those plays that are not way out of bounds, that are within our framework, but they're different, and that's a very difficult play to defend, and it worked well.
Were you worried about, did you sense maybe a letdown on the sideline after Grant's injury, that you guys needed something? Because it seemed like there was a letdown in the building after that.
Yeah,
play.
you know what? There may have been a letdown in the building, but I thought within our football team, those guys, they're a really focused football team. Now, I don't want to make light of Grant Olson at all, but the strength of us is a herd, and those guys just all pulled together. And like I said, it wasn't like we adjusted the play sheet a whole lot, and the next guy went in, and we kept playing.
Worst case scenario, if Grant is out for the rest of the year, then how do you go from here without him?
Well, kind of like we did in the second half, Mike, without him out there. You've got to look at your best combination of players and what we're doing in certain situations. And Carl Littlejohn is a guy who's repped at that position. From this bird's eye view up in the stands, people may not see, but he's playing a little bit different position. And then you play Esley Thornton and Travis Beck, and there's that next three combination. And we're still able to insert nickel. We play Shepard in.
Talk about John Crockett, how he ran the ball today.
I thought John ran really hard and well, but they did a nice job tackling. But John did a super job.
Kind of set the tone today, getting that kickoff return right away.
I think it really, their kickoff return. Oh, our kickoff return. Well, I think that helped because it changed the field position. It certainly put us in a different call selection. Whenever you're at midfield like that, your playbook opens up an awful lot, and so we felt like it would be important to start out fast and not waller around, and our guys certainly did that.
It's gonna be kind of like a roller coaster ride on special teams. You had some good returns, missed a field goal, had another good return, muffed a punt. I mean, overall, how would you assess the
Mixed bag, that's pretty accurate. Mixed bag there. We've got to clean some things up. We did some good things, but we certainly need to clean up some things there.
What did you see on the blocked, Keller's blocked kick? Did you just not hit it right, or did they get it wrong?
Well, I think he I talked to him because on a long field goal like that, you're going to have, defenses are going to press a little bit more because typically as a field goal kicker to get that distance, you got to drive it as opposed to get it up in the air. And I had talked to Adam about that. They were good as far as inside penetration, and you didn't notice it so much on extra points, but I thought they've got some good penetration there, and I think the combination of their penetration, we didn't get the ball up high enough. And so that was frustrating. I knew it was somewhat of a gamble, but you looked at the position on the field and felt like it was worth a crack at it.
Coach, talk about the combination of Brock Jensen and Zach Brown. What would you compare that to with those two, how they've been going this season?
It's been excellent, and what's been going on in practice is what's you've seen out there on the field. And I think the fact that Zach has been able to. This is the longest he's been healthy since he's been here, and his speed and his route running is crisper. The give and take between Brock and Zach, there's a comfort there. And, now you've got another weapon along with Ryan Smith. And so now you're not able to roll coverages and double and things like that. Now, today we didn't have Ryan, but I think it's certainly been great to have Zach out there. And I know each week he's practicing better and better.
You imagine Smith will be ready for Youngstown next week?
Yeah, we were hoping he'd be ready to go today. He could have gone. I don't know how functional he would have been. So we're in hopes that by holding him out, that we'll have him available this next week against Youngstown.
Is Travis's shoulder just a continual thing that's gonna be the rest of the year like that?
Yeah, we try to brace it up, but those are things that kind of slip in and out. And he's a tough guy, and I think it popped out, but he came back and played really well.
You control your own destiny here with 2 to go. This is basically the catbird seat where you wanted to be with 2 games to go.
Yeah, it certainly is. We'd like to be healthier, but typically you go into the final games, you're not going to be. We're really pleased to win. This was a hard-fought, tough game. We knew it was going to be a tough game coming in, and it turned out that way.
One more question in regards to Grant. Did you see or hear what happened on that play?
No, Kevin. I just knew the running back, they have a strong running back, and Grant was tackling him, and, I knew it was a hard tackle, and then he laid on the ground. It wasn't, sometimes you can see a player fall into the legs and things like that, but I didn't see it.
I know you can move players around, but you've often said that Grant is the smartest player you ever coached. And
He is.
You lose a little something more than just physical.
No question. I'm not going to make light of it. We'll find out a lot more tomorrow. Grant has been the most instinctive, brightest football player I've coached in 31 years, and to have that potentially not be on the field is going to have an impact. Now, what we've been really resourceful in the past, and we anticipate we'll be resourceful in the future to be able to come up and fill that void. Any other questions? Okay, thanks a lot.